हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल द ट्विन ब्रोस। माय नेम इज आदिशा चंदेल और आज के इस वीडियो में हम लोग कवर करने वाले हैं एनवायरनमेंट एंड नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज इन ग्लोबल पॉलिटिक्स के मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एमसीक्यूज फ्रॉम योर सीवीटी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। अभी बेसिकली हम यहाँ पे क्या करने वाले हैं, इस चैप्टर से जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं मैंने अपने तरफ से कोशिश की है कि मैं उनके एमसीक्यूज बना के आपको प्रेजेंट कर सकूं। आपको क्या करना है, आपको इन एमसीक्यूज को सॉल्व करना है। आपको एक टैली रखना है कि आपके कितने क्वेश्चन सही हो रहे हैं और कितने क्वेश्चन गलत हो रहे हैं। जो जो क्वेश्चंस आपके गलत होते जाते हैं आप उनको कहीं पे नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं या फिर कहीं पे स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हैं। एंड एंड में जब आपको रिवीजन करना होगा उन पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चंस पे ज्यादा फोकस करेंगे, बिकॉज वो हमारे ऐसे क्वेश्चन है जो हम भूल रहे हैं या वो हमारे वीक पॉइंट्स हैं, सो दैट हम लोग जो फाइनल एग्जाम में अगर ये क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं सो वी आर वेरी श्योर कि हम लोग सही करके आएंगे उन क्वेश्चंस को। इसके अलावा जितने भी आपके स्कोर हैं आप उनको कमेंट सेक्शन में भी लिख सकते हैं। इससे क्या होगा कि हम एक दूसरे से अपना प्रोग्रेस शेयर करते रहेंगे। ठीक है, सो विदाउट फर्दर रिड्यू लेट अस बिगिन विद द वीडियो। The very first question that you can expect from this chapter is a figure-based question. According to the Human Development Report 2016 of the United Nations Development Program, how many people in developing countries lack access to safe water? ठीक है, 663,000, 6.63 million, 63.3 million या 663 million. पहले ही क्वेश्चन थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन दे दिया है, but we will try to think about it. The correct answer for this question is 663 million. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है कि हाउ मेनी पीपल लैक एक्सेस टू सैनिटेशन। सैनिटेशन से हमारा यहाँ पे मतलब है प्रॉपर क्लीन सैनिटेशन फैसिलिटीज। 240,000, 24 बिलियन, सॉरी 24 मिलियन, 2.4 बिलियन या फिर 24 बिलियन। एंड द करेक्ट आंसर is 2.4 billion people worldwide lack access to proper sanitation facilities. How many children die each year due to the lack of access to sanitation? More than 3,000, more than 30,000, more than 300,000, or फिर more than 3 million. And the correct answer to this question is more than 3 million children die each year due to lack of access to sanitation. ठीक है, प्रॉपर सैनिटेशन नहीं होता है तो इतना ज्यादा हमें डेथ्स देखने को मिलती है। Why do environmental degradation issues become a part of world politics? Because उनका economic impact होता है, so because they pose a threat to national security, because no single government can fully address them, because they lead to social unrest. And the correct answer to this question is because no single government can fully address this issue. एक जगह क्लाइमेट चेंज होगा डजंट मीन कि दूसरे जगह पे नहीं होगा। ठीक है, सो हमें यहाँ पे जितने भी गवर्नमेंट्स है दे हैव टू कम टुगेदर टू फाइंड अ सोल्यूशन फॉर मिटिगेटिंग या रिड्यूसिंग दिस क्लाइमेट चेंज। Which global think tank published a book entitled Limits to Growth in 1972? World Economic Forum, International Monetary Fund, Club of Rome या फिर United Nations Development Program? And the correct answer to this question is the Club of Rome. इन्होंने एक बुक पब्लिश की Limits to Growth करके। Which of the following events formally consolidated the growing focus on environmental issues within the arena of global politics? The United Nations Conference on Climate Change, the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, the United Nations Conference on Biodiversity. The correct answer for this is the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. ईयर 1992 वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ये 1992 ईयर हमारे इन्वायरमेंटल पॉलिटिक्स में काफी इंपॉर्टेंट ईयर है बिकॉज इसमें अर्थ समिट हुआ था विच इज बेसिकली योर यूनाइटेड नेशन कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन एनवायरमेंट एंड डेवलपमेंट। अब इसमें कितने स्टेट्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया था, इसको अर्थ समिट भी बुलाते हैं, यूएनसीईडी भी बुलाते हैं। रियो दे जेनेरो में हुआ था तो रियो समिट भी बुलाते हैं, पर डेट इसका एक ही है कि जून 1992 में हुआ था। तो 150 स्टेट्स ने अटेंड किया था, 170 स्टेट्स ने अटेंड किया था, 190 स्टेट्स ने अटेंड किया था, या 210 स्टेट्स ने अटेंड किया था। एंड द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इसकी 170 स्टेट्स ने इसको अटेंड किया था। Now, which of the following concepts is central to the 1987 Brundtland Report? ठीक है, ब्रंटलैंड रिपोर्ट का टाइटल है आवर कॉमन फ्यूचर, तो इसमें एक सेंट्रल कौन सा आपका टॉपिक है? सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट या फिर सोशल इक्वालिटी? एंड द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर द सेम इज सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट। ये जो टर्म है सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट वो 1987 के रिपोर्ट में ही कॉइन किया गया था। What term is used to refer to the rich and developed countries of the first world? Global South, developing nations, Global North, industrialized countries. And the correct answer for this question is Global North. इनको Global North बुलाया जाता है. And now what is the term used for poor and developing countries जो third world की होती हैं? Global North, developing nations, Global South या industrialized countries. And the correct answer for this is Global South. इनको Global South बुलाया जाता है. तो Global North, Global South doesn't mean Southern, Northern Hemisphere. It just means rich and poor countries, developed countries, poor and developing countries, जो आपकी developing countries third world में आ जाती हैं. Which major international event produced conventions addressing climate change, biodiversity, forestry, and proposed a list of development practices known as Agenda 21? Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, Rio Summit, Copenhagen Accord. And the correct answer is Rio Summit. ठीक है, आपका रियो समिट ही है जो आपका हम लोगों का UNSCED है, जहां पे आपका एजेंडा 21 को रिलीज किया गया था या फिर एक प्रैक्टिस बनाई गई थी. What term is used to describe resources that are not owned by anyone but are shared by a community? Public goods, collective resources, commons या फिर shared assets? And the correct answer for this question is commons. ठीक है, commons बुलाया जाता है इनको. How many square kilometers does the Antarctic continental region extend over? 10 million, 12 million, 14 million या फिर 16 million? Again, a very figure-based question, but ये आपके box में है, and that is why we will be answering to this. The correct answer for this question is 14 million square kilometers. Now, what percentage of the world's wilderness area does the Antarctic continent region comprise? 20, 22, 24, or 26? And the correct answer for this question is 26%. What represents what percentage of all terrestrial ice and planetary fresh water does the Antarctic continental region represent? 80%, 60%, 85%, 65%, 95%, 70%, 95%, 75%. And the correct answer is 90% of terrestrial ice and 70% of planetary fresh water. How many additional square kilometers of ocean does the Antarctic extend to? 30 million, 32 million, 34 million या फिर 36 million? And the correct answer for this question is 36 million square kilometers, up to 36 million square kilometers. Which marine organism is central to the Antarctic food chain and upon which other animals are dependent? Phytoplankton, krill, zooplankton या फिर seals? And the correct answer for the same is krill, जिनको कहा जाता है. Which countries have made legal claims to the sovereign rights over Antarctic territory? USA, Russia, Canada, China, Japan, UK, Argentina, Chile, Norway, France, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, India, South Africa, Germany, Italy, या फिर Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Netherlands. And the correct answer for this question is UK, Argentina, Chile, Norway, France, Australia, and New Zealand. Since 1959, what activities have been limited to the Antarctic area? मतलब इसका मतलब यहाँ पे है कि एंटार्क्टिक एरिया में कौन सी एक्टिविटीज आप सिर्फ वही एक्टिविटीज कर सकते हो और कुछ नहीं कर सकते. मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन, साइंटिफिक रिसर्च, माइनिंग, साइंटिफिक रिसर्च, फिशिंग, टूरिज्म, इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटी, साइंटिफिक रिसर्च, एग्रीकल्चर, टूरिज्म, माइनिंग, मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन. And the correct answer for this question is scientific research, fishing and tourism. सिर्फ यही चीजें allowed हैं यहाँ पे. What term is used to describe resources that are shared by all humanity and not owned by any individual or country? Res communis humanitatis, global share, common heritage of mankind या फिर shared resources? And the correct answer to this question is res communis humanitatis. Now, what international agreement was signed in 1959? Antarctic Treaty, Paris Agreement, Kyoto Protocol, Rio Summit? And the correct answer is the Antarctic Treaty. Now, which international treaty established in 1987 aims to protect the ozone layer by phasing out production of numerous substances responsible for ozone depletion? Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, Rio Summit या फिर Montreal Protocol? And the correct answer for the same is the Montreal Protocol. आपका Montreal Protocol will be the correct answer. What protocol established in 1991 aims to protect the Antarctic environment and its dependent and associated ecosystems and designates Antarctica as a natural reserve devoted to peace and science? Antarctic Treaty, Kyoto Protocol, Montreal Protocol, Antarctic Environmental Protocol. And the correct answer for this is एंटार्क्टिक एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटोकॉल. तो अगर आप अपनी एनसीईआरटी खोलेंगे तो आप नोटिस करेंगे कि ये वाला जो है इसमें आपके ईयर के साथ ये दे रखा है. ये जो एक्स्ट्रा डिस्क्रिप्शन है ये मैंने फॉर योर पर्पस से ऐड कर दिया, क्वेश्चन ज्यादा फुलर दिखे. बट अगर आपको ईयर दिख जाता है देन यू शुड ऑटोमेटिकली नो कि ये वाला आपका पर्टिकुलर ट्रीटी इसमें साइन हुआ था. सिमिलरली जो हमने इससे पहले एंटार्क्टिक ट्रीटी एंड मॉन्ट्रियल प्रोटोकॉल देखा था दैट वाज आल्सो रिटन इन अ सिंगल लाइन. सो एक सिंगल लाइन में ही ब्रैकेट में आपके ईयर्स देके ये आपका पर्टिकुलर डिस्क्रिप्शन था इन योर एनसीईआरटी. How does the history of outer space as a global commons demonstrate that the management of these areas is significantly influenced by north-south inequalities? तो जो developed और developing nations के बीच में inequalities हैं वो represent कैसे करती है in outer space? Outer space is dominated by global north. The global south has equal access and influence. Outer space is primarily managed by international organizations, या फिर outer space is exclusively controlled by individual countries without consideration for global inequalities. And the correct answer is that the outer space is dominated by the global north in terms of management and resource allocation, because they have that much resource. That is why the global north countries हैं वो outer space में dominate करती है. Obviously countries like India जो global south में आ जाती हैं, हमारी जो कंट्रीज होती हैं we do not have that much stake in the outer space. हमारे पास उतना टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट as of now नहीं है, इतने रिसोर्सेज as of now नहीं है. So that is why outer space में भी हमको यहाँ पे इनइक्वालिटी इन टर्म्स ऑफ मॉनिटरी जो होता है या फिर इकोनॉमिक इनइक्वालिटीज होती हैं वो रिप्रेजेंट देखने को मिलती है. What is the stance of the developed countries of the North regarding the discussion on environmental issues? They advocate for equal responsibilities among nations. They prioritize their own conservation efforts over developing nations. They oppose international discussions on environment. They delegate ecological conservation responsibilities solely to developing nations. And the correct answer is that they advocate for equal responsibility. चाहे इन्होंने सबसे ज्यादा पोल्यूशन पास्ट में इन्होंने ही बनाया है, बट दे से कि इक्वल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए सबकी. अब यहाँ पे डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज का क्या व्यू पॉइंट है? डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज प्राइमरली ब्लेम नेचुरल डिजास्टर्स फॉर इकोलॉजिकल डिस्ट्रक्शंस. Developing countries attribute much of the ecological degradation to industrial development in developed countries. Developing countries believe that the ecological degradation is caused solely by their own industrial activities. Developing countries argue that ecological degradation is a result of insufficient technological advancements globally. And the correct answer to this question is option number B, right? कि डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज जो होती हैं वो कहती है कि जो इंडस्ट्रियल ग्रोथ हुआ था आपके डेवलप्ड नेशंस में दैट इज व्हाट इज टू बी हेल्ड एज द प्राइमरी कॉज फॉर इकोलॉजिकल डिग्रेडेशन. Now, what principle guides the responsibilities of different nations in environmental matters? Equal distribution principle, universal responsibility doctrine, principle of common but differentiated responsibilities, global cooperative initiative. And the correct answer to this question is principle of common but differentiated responsibilities पे operate करता है ये. Which gases are considered as least partially responsible for global warming? Oxygen, nitrogen, argon, helium, neon, krypton, carbon dioxide, methane, hydrofluorocarbons, water vapor, and sulfur dioxide. And the correct answer, very obvious question, is carbon dioxide, methane, hydrofluorocarbons. What type of institutional arrangement is typically used for the management of sacred groves on state-owned forest land? Private ownership regime देखने को मिलता है, government control regime, open access regime, या फिर common property regime. And the correct answer to this question is common property regime देखने को मिलता है in this particular instance. When did India sign and ratify the 1997 Kyoto Protocol? August of 1997, August of 2000, August 2002, या फिर August 2005. And the correct answer to this question is August of 2002. What challenge often arises in managing the sacred groves? conflicting interests between state and community, lack of environmental regulations, insufficient funding for conservation efforts, limited public awareness about the importance of sacred groves. And the correct answer to this question is conflicting interests between state and community. Now, what did India emphasize during the G8 meeting in June of 2005? The need for increased emissions in developing countries, the importance of reducing emissions in developed countries, the comparable emission rate between developing and developed countries, या फिर significant disparity in per capita emission rates between the developed and developing countries. And the correct answer to this question is, उन्होंने highlight किया significant disparity in the per capita emission rate between the developed and the developing nations. कि us as developing nations, हमारे यहाँ पे per capita emission rate is very low as compared to you. What forms the basis of India's international negotiating position, particularly in environmental agreements? Current economic status, geopolitical alliances, principle of historical responsibility, technological advancements. And the correct answer to this question is principle of historical responsibility, which is same as common with differentiated responsibilities. ये differentiated क्यों है? Because historically you were more responsible. Now, what is the projected increase in India's emission per capita from 2000 to 2030? 0.9 ton to 1.0 tons, 0.9 tons to 1.6 tons, 1.0 tons to 1.6 tons, 1.6 tons to 0.9 tons. And the correct answer to this question is 0.9 टन से लेके 1.6 टन्स हम लोगों को यहाँ पे इंक्रीज देखने को मिलेगा. Now, in which year was the Energy Conservation Act passed? 1995, 2000, 2001 या 2005? And the correct answer to this question is 2001 में it was passed. And now, in which year was the Electricity Act enacted? 1998, 2001, 3 या फिर 5? And the correct answer to this question is the Electricity Act of 2003. 2003 में इसको enact किया गया था. Now, when did India ratify the Paris Climate Agreement? 1st January 2016, 15th of April 2016, 2nd of October 2016, and 1st of December 2016. And the correct answer to this question is 2nd of October 2016 में इंडिया ने ratify किया था Paris Climate Agreement. Now, what does India emphasize regarding the responsibilities of developed countries like under the UNFCCC? Immediate implementation of emission reduction measures, providing financial resources and clean technologies to developing countries, limiting the role of developing countries in climate negotiations, encouraging developing countries to rely solely on domestic resources. And the correct answer is providing financial assistance and technology to the developing countries so that वो अपने जो emission है उसको cut कर सके. Because emission को cut करने के लिए भी कुछ होना चाहिए. अगर developing countries के पास resources ही नहीं होंगे तो how will they control their levels of emissions? And that is why developed countries need to step up and provide those resources to the developing nations. Now, which of the following best describes the situation regarding forest clearing in the third world countries despite 3 decades of environmental activism? Forest clearing has significantly decreased due to environmental activism. Forest clearing has remained stable with no significant change over the past 3 decades. Forest clearing continues at an alarming rate despite efforts from environmental activists. Forest clearing has completely ceased in the third world due to strict environmental regulation. And the correct answer to this question is that it is continuing at an alarming rate despite environmental activists' efforts. Now, which region have predominantly adopted wilderness-oriented perspectives? Africa, Asia, South America, Australia, Scandinavia, North America, New Zealand, Europe, Middle East, Caribbean, Antarctica, Greenland, and Arctic. And the correct answer to this question is the Australia, Scandinavia, and North America and New Zealand ने इन perspective को adopt किया है. Now, what is the focus of green organization in the Philippines? वो protect करते हैं marine life को, conserve करते हैं rainforest को, prevent deforestation and habitat loss for eagles, या फिर promoting sustainable agricultural practices. And the correct answer to this question is preventing deforestation and habitat loss for eagles and other birds of prey. What is the ongoing battle concerning wildlife conservation in India? चार options है. Protecting the habitat for endangering elephants, preserving the population of Bengal tigers, promoting the conservation of snow leopards in the Himalayas, या फिर safeguarding the breeding grounds for Indian rhinoceros. And the correct answer is Bengal tigers की जो population है उसको preserve करना. Now, what significant conservation effort has been underway in Africa? Protecting the habitat of endangered lions, preserving the population of giraffes, campaigning against the ivory trade and killing of elephants, promoting sustainable tourism in national parks. And the correct answer is campaigning against the ivory trade and the killing of elephants, जो होता है for the ivory. What is WWF का full form? Easy question. World Water Forum, World Wildlife Foundation, World Wildlife Fund for Nature, World Wildlife Fund. The correct answer is, it is simply World Wildlife Fund. Now, in the Philippines, which multinational corporation faced opposition from various groups? चार options हैं आपके पास. And the correct answer to this question is the Western Mining Corporation. They had faced a lot of issues and they were from Australia. Now, in the 1980s, which movements was initiated in the north to save the Franklin River and its surrounding areas? Were these anti-logging movement, anti-mining movements, anti-dam movement, or anti-pollution movement? And the correct answer to this question is that these are anti-dam movements. Now, what percentage of global oil production does West Asia, especially the Gulf region, account for? 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%? And the correct answer is that they account for around 30% of global oil production. Now, what percentage of oil reserves do they have? 20%, 40%, 50%, and 64%? And the correct answer for this is that they have about 64% of current oil reserves. Which countries now were involved in over the water diversion conflict from the Jordan and Yarmouk rivers in 1950s and 1960s? Israel, Jordan, Israel, Syria, Jordan, Turkey, Jordan, Iran, Iraq, and Jordan. And the correct answer for this is Israel, Syria, and Jordan. ठीक है, very detail oriented question. Make sure that आप आराम से NCERT को अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हैं. How does the United Nations define indigenous population? People who have lived in the country for generations, descendants of immigrants who arrived in the country from other parts of the world, individuals who were present in the territory before the arrival of the people, those who have assimilated into the dominant culture. And the correct answer is it refers to the people who were present in the territory before the arrival of the people of different ethnic backgrounds. Now, approximately how many crores of indigenous people are estimated to be spread throughout the world? ठीक है, throughout the world का statistic पूछ रहे हैं. 3 crore, 30 crore, 300 crore या 3000 crores? And the correct answer for this is 30 crores के around people are estimated to be spread across around the world. Now, what phrase do indigenous people commonly use to describe their long-standing occupancy of their ancestral lands के? Countless generation, from ancient times, since time immemorial, या फिर for centuries on end. And the correct answer is since time immemorial. जब से time शुरू हुआ है तब से हम यहाँ पे हैं. Now, in India, which group is typically referred to as the indigenous people? Scheduled caste, nomadic tribes, scheduled tribes, या फिर rural population? And the correct answer for this question is the scheduled tribes. ठीक है? Now, what percentage of India's population do scheduled tribes comprise of? Nearly 2%, 5%, 8%, and 12%. And the correct answer for this is that they comprise of about 8% of the total population. Now, when was the World Council for Indigenous People formed? 1950, 65, 75, or 85? And iska correct answer is 1975. A very important year. ये आपकी CUET में आ सकता है, very high chances. Now, what distinction did the World Council of Indigenous People achieve in relation to United Nations? It became the first indigenous organization to receive consultative status. It became the first organization to represent 11 indigenous NGOs. It initiated the formation of 11 indigenous NGOs within the UN. It became the first organization to receive financial support from the UN. And the correct answer for this is that it became the first organization to receive a consultative status in the United Nations. World Environment Day is celebrated on which year? Sorry, in which every year in which date? 5th March, 5th June, 5th January या 7th June? And the correct answer for this is very important question 5th June. ये आपके last year आ रखा है. अब आपका assertion reason questions करने का try करते हैं थोड़ा सा. Assertion आपका कह रहा है कि जो Kyoto Protocol है was agreed and to sign on in 1997 in Kyoto in Korea. The Kyoto Protocol aimed to cut greenhouse gas emissions such as that of carbon dioxide, methane and hydrofluorocarbons. ये hydrofluorocarbons है. आपके चारों ऑप्शंस जो हमेशा आपके assertion reason में रहते हैं. And the correct answer for this question is that your assertion is false but reason is true. Why? Because year तो सही है, city भी सही है, but country कोरिया नहीं है, country is Japan. Kyoto is in Japan and hence assertion जो है आपका that stands wrong. Next is that the indigenous voices in world politics call for the admission of indigenous people to the world community as equals. Reason कि indigenous people जो होते हैं occupy areas in Central and South America, Africa, India and Southeast Asia. चारों आपके options as usual. The correct answer for this question is B. ठीक है, why? Because although these two questions are correct on their own, they are not the reasoning for each other. ठीक है, B आपका reason नहीं कर रहा है assertion को and hence they are both correct but it's not the correct explanation for your assertion. So that is it for this particular chapter. I hope you like the MCQs. Please do share with me आपके कितने सही हुए और आपके कितने गलत हुए. And also do like this video. इससे हमें पता लगता है कि आपको कितना समझ में आया है, वीडियो कितना पसंद आया है. Share it with your friends अगर आपको अच्छा लगा. And also comment down any questions, any queries that you have. I will make sure that I reply to them. Thank you so much for watching and all the best for your examination.